Hello and welcome to Dragon Heist, episode 2. I'm Max, the DM. Do we want to go through introductions again?
Let's do
really
and then
quickly?
a quick recap of last
Yeah.
time.
I'm Nate, playing Roland, human fighter, and I think that's about it, right?
And Wilhelm, he's a human bard.
Cool.
I am Holly Rees. She is a half-elf wizard.
Hi, I'm Cherie, and I play Aludra Carr, who is an ASMR rogue.
And I am Ian, and I am Fen Merrick. He is a wood elf ranger.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So last week, I did not award any inspiration, and I realized I should have awarded some inspiration. So I went ahead and I gave, let's see here, I gave Holly Rees inspiration for attempting to use her money to get out of the situation with the fight. And then I gave, I gave Wilhelm inspiration for his incredibly impractical fighting style. So, anyways, last week on Dragon Heist, we went through the beginnings of the bar fight with, what was her name?
Yagra?
Yes, Yagra. With Yagra, who was in a fight with some people in the bar, and then we had the troll come out of the Yawning Portal and threw a random person down into the portal, and the Sturges came off of it. The party valiantly defeated the Sturges, lit the troll on fire in the middle of the bar. Good times were had.
Yeah, right.
Durnan helped defeat the troll. Helped.
You did most of the work.
Yeah, I would say we helped him.
Yeah.
He
Like,
pulled the bulk of the weight.
it was like a 5-95 split. You know,
Exactly. Nice
it's
and fair.
a good split.
Fair enough. If you want to give me that 95, I appreciate it, Max.
Yeah, no problem. You know, without lunging off of the table to attack the troll, I mean, you would have been reversed, but
It was key. It was a key distraction.
exactly. He just never expected it. And so that's where we pick up. So Durnan has just put the troll out because he's on fire in the middle of the floor. And you are approached by a dwarf. The figure approached... let's see here. The figure who approached you strokes his mustache, adjusts his floppy hat, and tightens his scarf. Volothamp Gedarn, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But now I fear I have misplaced a friend amid the odious malevolence.
Is this Volo like the Volo? Like of the monster manual?
Like Bolo guy.
I mean, yes, it is. I don't think you need to make a... I was thinking of making you take an intelligence check for that. I mean, you don't know a lot of Volos.
Everyone knows Volo.
I mean, yeah, he's Volo.
Okay.
How do you not know Volo?
Yeah, how do you... Yeah.
I mean, you see at his side this really nice, like, glossy book, and it says Volo's Guide to
Yep.
It says
Full
Volo's Guide to Monsters by
Nice.
by the Wizards of the
Yeah.
Coast.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
He says, my friend's name is Floon Blagarm. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago and was kidnapped, or worse. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. Please, can you help me in my time of need?
And remind
A
us
dragon
again-
is a gold piece, by the way. So.
It's okay. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
I mean, 10 dragons.
Yeah.
Like,
10 gold pieces. Hot damn.
10 full
I mean-
sized red dragons.
Yeah.
So wait. So he sees us work our magic on the troll. And
Yeah. So you guys have like all gathered around the troll because you're trying to help him put out the troll that you've lit on fire because it now has lamp oil all over it. And he comes up to you and he's talking to you because you guys just put down this troll and he needs somebody to help him. And well, you guys work together really well killing the troll.
Yeah, I'm always down for a bit of cash. I guess we got a kind of party huddle. Like, is anyone opposed to running an errand for this dude?
He brings you over to a table to talk about it first. And he's like, well, would you guys be okay helping me with this? I mean, my friend, I just really need to find him. I can't believe this happened, that he's gone missing like this. And the town guard just won't help me. I mean, with all the stuff, the violence going on around here.
So how long has he been missing?
Let's see here. Let me double check that real quick. I believe I said that in there, but 2 nights ago.
Okay. So he's...
Yeah, it was 2 nights ago when I saw him last. We were drinking together, and I went home, and he stayed at the bar, and then after that, I haven't seen him since. He's not the type to just like go missing like that.
Yeah.
It's the Skewered Dragon was the bar that I was at. It's down in the dock ward.
Okay.
Oh, I've never been there.
Yeah, it's. I wouldn't expect someone like you to be down in the dock ward. Floon likes it. He's odd.
The dock ward's like the cool part of town that's like...
No, the dock ward is... You would know that the dock ward is, like, not a great part of town to be in.
Fair enough.
You don't socialize in that area either.
Totally won't. Yeah.
Yeah, the dock ward is not a savory place, to say the least.
So why was he over there? You said that was his favorite hangout?
It's not his favorite hangout. He just enjoys going to odd places.
So he's a weirdo. Got it.
Yeah. Volo doesn't disagree with you.
All right.
Yeah.
Why does he think Floon was missing versus just like... I mean, it's a big city. Why does he think his friend is...
Floon just doesn't go missing like this. Like, he's not at his house, like, you know...
He's pretty regular with all of his schedules, but he's not showing up to anything.
But he's throwing a lot of money at us, right?
Yeah, he offered you 10 pieces up front. And
it's like
he didn't
50 dragons, 50 gold is like more than most people make in a year.
Yes. But you do know that he makes a very successful book.
Yeah, he rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing to him. This is chump change.
I guess Wilhelm would look back at like Alu and Fen to kind of see how they're gauging things.
So Fen would be in largely because it's most likely going to help him network.
Yeah, Volo knows people. That is definitely true. If you're looking for something, Volo might help you find it.
Yeah. I mean, he's not on a schedule per se, but he came to town for a reason.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't have a lot of direction. He's kind of got a pretty flimsy lead at this point, so he's looking for any help he can get.
Well,
I wonder if we could get a little more. Like, Wilhelm would say, like, we're thinking about it, but, like, you know, we have our own priorities, and, like, he'd be kind of trying to, like, make it sound like we might help, but Volo needs to sweeten the pot a little bit.
He says, well, I can't really do any more right now. I'm waiting on royalties from my newest book.
Oh no! Well, what about
Volo's Guide to Spirit Inspectors?
Coming soon.
Yeah. As a DM, I'm not even joking.
Yeah. What about like a personal favor later?
Oh, of course, I can help you with, you know, meeting people in the town and things of that nature. I mean, I have plenty of connections, you know. Everybody knows me. Volo.
Volo, yeah. I wouldn't mind taking a high-profile job like this. This is fine.
How long have you been in Waterdeep?
I mean, I've I've lived in Waterdeep my entire life. I make frequent visits out into the Silver Marches to get information for my books.
I've read a few of your books. They're very good.
Ah, yes. The Wizards of the Sword Coast seem to like them a lot.
Yeah, so we're
Tell us about it, Dabney.
right?
Go away!
What was that, Cameron?
Go lie down!
I think we're all down to help, right?
Stop. Yeah, Fen is in for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he pulls out.
Why I wouldn't be in at this
Here's the thing, Volo. I don't
Yes.
need your money. I'm good.
Uh-huh.
But if you could maybe, come with me to a few social events during the
She
year.
needs some arm candy.
He's
Yeah,
like,
I won't
I
say
mean,
no.
I'm not really the type for that kind of thing. I mean,
Yeah, Volo, he's not arm candy, right?
I can go with you, certainly. I mean, if you're offering, I mean,
I am offering.
I don't know
yes,
that
I'm
that feels
offering.
like much of a reward for you, but I mean,
Well, are we considering you like high society? Like,
She's up
Vola
there.
or her?
Volo?
Oh,
Yeah.
Volo.
I mean, Volo is like regarded. He's known in like society, but I wouldn't call him part of high society. He's not a noble. He has no title.
So it's like
Um,
Neil deGrasse Tyson or like Bill Nye. Like they're known for their knowledge, not necessarily like their.
Right.
I actually feel like that's a really good comparison. That's
But you're
I like that a
famous-
lot.
They find
You're
stuff
a
on-
famous author. People know of you. They
Yeah.
don't
you're a celebrity.
personally.
Yeah.
Celebrity.
I would like to be associated with that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, then he hands 4 pouches with 10 gold. Because you're saying
4 or
that you want
5.
that instead of the 10 gold, right?
Oh yeah, she
Hannah?
doesn't need gold. She's fine.
Yeah, I don't need gold. I'm
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Can't say I've ever had that happen
I
before
will
in a D&D
take her
campaign.
gold. If so if he was offering 50, I think we should get 50 gold pieces.
He's like, oh, sure. I mean, you guys can split the rest between yourselves, however you want to.
Sounds perfectly
Yeah,
good.
he takes the last coin pouch, which he was just about to put back into his coat, and he's just like, and puts it on the table.
There we go. So Elu. Well, I guess. Does anyone want the extra piece? Because we could each get 12.
I think Fen is the poorest one here, probably.
Probably.
Right. And you live in the woods, so you don't need money. So I'll take the last. Okay, so I get 14. Everyone else gets 12.
Oh
Good.
my god.
Yes.
Executive decision.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to?
That's how he rolls. True to the character.
Does anybody want to? Do any? Is that fine with everybody, or like?
With that payment?
The fact that Cameron's just kind of like skimming off the top.
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm, I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not surprised. That's what he's good at, skimming.
That's exactly what he does.
I don't know. Fen is
Only
going
knows how to do.
Looking at his buddy, like rolling his eyes, like seriously with this guy.
Yeah.
How long have you known Wilhelm?
Who? Me?
Finn.
Oh no, I haven't known
Ben's
him.
never met anybody. I'm the only person that Ben knows.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering if like you were used to this yet, or if this was like brand new to you, that he's just like
So the
taking
non-douchey
charge
people
and
got
grabbing
12.
a couple coins off the top as a leadership
Yeah, the
feat.
non-douches got 12, I think.
All right, so we should all be
Yeah.
at one. Okay.
The non-douchebags got 12. The
Got it.
best person got nothing.
0.
Got it.
Got a favor, which
Yeah.
12 gold can't buy.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't even sign books for that much.
Jeez. All right. Ugh.
So he last saw his. I guess I got.
He said the last I saw them was at the Skewered Dragon.
Yeah.
I left. He was still there drinking, and
Alright.
then
What
I
time
haven't
did you
seen
leave?
him.
How late were you there?
it was night. I mean, around 10,
Under equipment manufacturing.
10, 11.
Oh, okay. So it was an early night for you. Okay. Cool.
What was his name again? Volo's buddy?
Oh, it was Floon Blaggart. So it's Floon Blagmar. It's Blagmaar. Here, I'll type it into chat.
They are.
Sweet.
Alright, cool.
And Volo has no idea what could have happened to Floon.
No, he left the bar with him, or left the bar where he was at after meeting with him, and then he just was gone. He hasn't shown up for the next 2 days.
Are you sure he didn't just like leave with the lady for?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, I've never known Floon to just like...
Not the trim chasing type, huh?
Huh? I'm sorry? What was it? What was that?
No.
He's not a skirt chaser.
Oh, no, he's great with women. It's just that, like, I didn't see him with one that night.
Mm.
I mean, maybe after I left, he found somebody, but I doubt he would find anybody at the Scared Dragon that he would take home.
Alright. Well,
If Floon was in trouble, is there a safe
message
place
or
to go?
yeah.
No, I mean, it's not like he has, like, a safe house or anything. And Floon, like, just so you know, he's not nobility or anything like that.
Right.
Like, he's just somebody that I know, and he's an interesting character. I'm friends with him. I'd like to know that he's alive.
So besides the Skewered Dragon, I guess the question is, where does he live? Like, if we check there, and then does he have like a residency somewhere in the city?
Where does he live and what's his occupation?
Let me see if I can find that.
Well,
I'd be down.
I'll go, but first things first.
You're the realist.
Realist.
Yeah. First things first. I'm gonna go across the room, and I'm gonna check on that orc that almost got mugged.
So,
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go across the room and grab the 2 beers that Holly Reeves was paying for everyone.
oh,
Down them suckers.
are you still paying for the alcohol at the bar for a round for everybody?
Whoever's I
Okay.
don't know whoever's still in the bar.
Let me look for
round
something
on
real quick.
me.
Cameron,
So
there only might be 1 tankard of ale left.
Because you were sitting over there drinking all
Because
the
I
time.
was sitting there eating and drinking.
So
and
you're
everything.
buzzed. You're buzzed right now.
Nah. I'm an angel. We don't get buzz. Heart angel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just
Just like
common knowledge.
water with
Yeah,
a
just
little-
like real life.
just like real life.
Yeah, it's just like real life, mate. Heart angel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it'll be a gold piece for the round. I'm just doing a copper for the beer.
For beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get a copper or a gold's worth of beer at a copper per beer. So, and I'll look that up later just to see if that's actually like how much beer is supposed to cost. So I know that Floon, from what I can tell here, is a wealthy individual. But as far as I know, he's not a noble, and so I'm just going to He lives closer to the upscale part of town, but he's not like incredibly. He's not in the noble district. Essentially,
Gotcha.
is what it boils down to. He's on the outskirts of the noble district. He lives in Many Cat's Alley.
Many Cat's Alley.
Yeah, that's where he lives.
He does love.
It's very close to the castle ward. It's right above the market. So I don't know if you guys I will send you a map real quick.
Let's start working backwards. We'll go to the last place he was seen, and then if we find anything there, we don't find anything there, we'll go trace back to his house, and we will see what we can find there.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'll send it in the player chat here. So if you go to that, you can see the map. the city. Look for the market, and he lives towards he lives at Mini Cat's Alley.
Cool. All right, so yeah, if we got a plan, we want to start.
What do we think this little adventure?
I'm
Say
sorry,
what again?
what was that?
What are the precautions that we need to be taking?
The precaution we need to be taking.
Yeah, I'm really nervous about this bar.
In the dock ward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
call it the best neighborhood, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's probably just kind of like a dirty hole in the wall.
I'm sure Will knows everybody.
Just so you guys would know from living in the city, every place in the Dockward is a dirty hole in the wall.
Yeah.
So,
There's not
But I
going to
can
be
see
any,
why
like,
the
rolls
lady
falling out
Holly
of the
Reese's
floor.
stature is like nervous about it.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said about Cameron.
Yeah. What did you say, Cameron?
I said
well,
I could see why Holly Reese might be worried about it because it's a little dirtier than she's used to.
Yeah, definitely in this, I mean, as part of like this, if you lived in upper society, you probably would not make your way down towards the Dockward very often.
It's probably safe to say there's not going to be any monsters crawling out of a giant hole in the floor.
Yeah,
That
it's
is-
probably, yeah.
That is fair. There
Yeah.
there are
It's kind of
far
a drawing
less
point for
tunnels
this place.
leading to the underworld.
Yeah. Do we just wanna head
100%
on over
less.
then?
So Fen does because he's anxious to get around the city a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
So
Nate, was Roland trying to check on Yagra before we?
Yes, that was the other thing I want to do before we leave the building. So, you said you had a couple beers on you, Will?
Yes.
All right, come on.
You guys can get those to
So-
go if you want to.
Well, no, we're
Yes.
gonna take him over to.
I mean, that's totally cool in Waterdeep.
I mean, that's fine. I'm sure they have an open carry law, but
No, they don't have a law for it,
oh, okay, well, fine.
but that also means you can open carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It effectively means the same thing.
I mean,
but
you
no,
guys
I'm
are
gonna-
walking around with weapons on you too, so you know that's like whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm
Might as well
gonna,
let you carry alcohol too.
I'm gonna take the extra beers that we had over to Yagra and just do a quick check on her because it can't be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yagra's like, oh, thank you. That'll take the edge off, and she's got like she's got like a black eye from like getting hit, and you can see
Yeah.
bruises on her. The bruises are certainly not as bad as you would expect for somebody who's just been like
Yeah,
beaten
pretty much.
down. You
Yeah.
can tell she's really
Thanks, Tom.
tough, like, and she's like, I really appreciate that, and you know, she's like, sorry, I didn't help with the troll and the Sturges. I just, you know,
No.
I've
no
seen
worries.
Durnan work before, and I figured he had it under control.
Yeah. You gonna walk that off easily enough?
Oh yeah, I'll be fine, thank you.
All right. What was that all about anyway?
Oh, those Xanathar Guild guys, they hate my kind. I mean, they hate anybody who's not human, really. So, I mean,
Fair enough.
you get used to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a huge fan.
As a half-orc, you don't, if you took offense to everybody who gave you a weird look or tried to beat you up, you, wouldn't make it very far.
Yagra, I think you're a beautiful half orc, and you're welcome to hang with me anytime.
Oh, well, thank you.
Holly Reese is so sweet.
Yeah, I have to agree with Holly. If you need any backup anytime, let me know.
Yeah, she turns to you, Roland.
I
She's
just
like,
smile knowingly at Roland.
I owe you one for
Yeah.
sure.
you're such a creep.
And Holly turns around and smacks
I just
Wilhelm.
want everybody to know he's not playing a character, guys.
That's who he is.
Cameron.
Yeah.
That's why I keep calling him that. That's why I
Yeah.
call him Cameron instead of Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Next,
Easy,
gonna do a
Will.
Perception check in this area to see if there's any conversation to be overheard. Because I'm sneaky, right? So I
Absolutely.
whatever I forget. So I roll a d20 and then
Yeah, and you add your perception.
modifiers. Right. So
You just wanted to roll a die, didn't you?
Yep.
this is what my character would be doing. She'd be
True.
observing the room. I'm
Yeah.
Dropping some eaves.
Absolutely.
My modifier would be my
Perception.
perception, which is under my. Hold on.
Yeah,
It's
so
+3.
+3.
Yeah.
That was not very good. I'm not very perceptive.
So you hear conversations going on, but it's mostly just people talking about like, oh man, those sturges and those trolls, like I can't believe like
shocking.
So you hear like people who are like shocked about it, and you clearly know those people aren't like regulars
They're
here.
not from around here.
Yeah, like anybody who's a regular here,
Knows.
you can tell they're not like talking about this at all. Like some people are even entertained by it, but you know, those are the people that you know come here pretty often. But nothing else really other than conversation about the troll.
All right.
So we want to down our beers, give a last cheers to Yagra, and head out the door.
All right.
I'm gonna go over to Durnan for a hot second.
Okay.
A hot second.
You see, Durnan
Literally
takes
the
the
worst.
troll. He's pushing against the troll, and he pushes it down the hole, and he brushes his hands and he says, "Good riddance."
He's like a giant body disposal.
He pulls the towel out that he was wiping down glasses with, and wipes the troll blood off of his hands,
I hope you're gonna watch that.
Yeah.
and
right.
tosses it down the hole too.
Okay, whatever.
Better.
Yeah.
All right. What are
You
doing?
thought he was going to go wipe glasses down with the troll blood, didn't you?
Extra kick.
No, he's healthier than that. All right, Durnan.
Yeah,
Good job kicking ass as always. So I guess I'm helping this band of people out now. Give my mother my love. If I don't come back.
Does he know your mom?
Yeah.
He's just shouting it to the room at large.
Yeah,
it's
just-
always
Durnan's like, yeah, I can do that for you. That's fine.
Hey, thanks. You're the sweetest. And then she's gonna kiss him on the cheek.
Durnan doesn't stop you,
Okay,
but
bye.
he doesn't look like fazed by it at all, and just kind of goes back to the bar.
Turns around
That's
and
fair.
mutters under his breath, "Geez, baby."
All right,
He's
let's
not been
get
one for
going.
emotion.
Yeah.
You would, I mean, to you, like the indifference would almost seem like he's just doesn't have a lot of like he's dead inside. Like he's seen
too
shit and
grizzled.
he doesn't really react to it. So
Yeah.
He's a cold, emotionless '80s action hero.
basically,
That's fair.
Seen too much.
more or
All right.
less. Okay. So
Great.
you guys are gonna head down to the dock ward now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys start heading down to the dock ward. You're going there via the way of the dragon, which is a one of the larger streets off of the high road.
You're such a dope.
Hold on. Where is this?
What did you do?
He's
What are you
way,
looking for, Hannah?
way of the dragon.
Oh no,
Does it
that's
have the map?
that's actually what the road is called. I'm not even kidding.
Was I never not gonna do that? Come on.
I have the map out. I wanted to.
Oh,
see
did
if I could
Venom
find the-
did you do something when I wasn't?
I was.
I wasn't
You
looking.
said "Way of the Dragon," and my inner Bruce Lee kicked in. I was
Okay.
Being stupid.
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
I see the road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you start making your way down the way of the dragon, and off of a street there, you as you turn a corner to start going towards the skewered dragon. Let's see. As you turn the corner, you find yourselves on a street that has been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestone are half a dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees you. "Get on," she says. "Nothing to see here."
Am I well known enough that they would know who I was, the cops anyway? If like I'm on security details and paramilitary crap.
No, I mean, you would be like... So basically, like, I guess, do you think you've been doing... This really depends on, like, how you've
How I've set my character up.
how you've done your background, because I don't want to say that you haven't decided to do work for the town, because the town would hire mercenaries as well as like independent people who would like live on the farms outside the town. there wouldn't be a lot of reason to have mercenaries in the town per se, unless they're sending you down into the sewers. Essentially, the guards, they have a saying that says "keep it off the streets," which really just means not at ground level. So basically, the sewer system is lawless. So there'd be two reasons that you would be hired. One would be to go down into the sewer system to fight, and the other one would be to go outside the city walls to the farmland to defend against orcs, goblins, things like that.
Okay, well, I'd say I'd probably go on at least the outside tour.
That would be a lot easier to get hired for, just so you...
I mean, I'm a private citizen who just happens to specialize in violence.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to hire me out for that, whatever faction or whatever...
I wouldn't really expect, like, just a random, like, guard to know you.
Yeah.
But, like, the people in town would have come and, look for mercenaries and maybe have stumbled upon you. So, like, if you were ever out in the farmland, like, there's a chance somebody might have know you. And if you were talking to a more, like, a guard who's of a higher station, they might know you.
So
whose
the
job
guys,
is to keep tabs. Okay.
the guys that they're rounding up, like it just looks like it was a mugging that went wrong.
No, it looks like an actual, like, skirmish between, like, two different groups. So you can see that there's, like...
Bloods and Crips. Anything identifiable?
Let's see here.
Yeah, I want to get on that perception check if that's happening. I feel like I would know at least some faction insignias.
Yeah, so you see just like the guy back in the bar, the one who had the circle with the nine lines coming off of it. Yeah, so you see that this guy as well has, like, a Xanathar's Guild thing on his on the back of his hand, and you see another guy who has a snake on the back of his neck.
Ooh, wait, are those two different people?
And these are assailants, not
the guy with the snake on the back of his neck is dead. The guy with the circle
eye.
with the nine, the eye with the nine stalks on it is
Alive.
he's alive. They've taken away their weapons. The three that are alive, the other two don't have any markings on them, but they also don't seem to be, like, doing anything to the guy who clearly is associated with the Xanathar's Guild.
So Xanathar's Guild hacked. What are the Snake Boys?
We don't know.
Well, from being in the town as long as you have, you would know that they're Zentarum.
Oh, okay. Got it. So there's some faction-on-faction violence going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Volo mentioned, like, the last 10 days have been super bloody. So I guess I try and charm away. You said the officer is a female? She's a lady?
Yeah.
A lovely lady? I guess Wilhelm would go up to her.
She's talking to some townspeople now, trying to get the gawkers to, like, move away. Although it does seem like
step forward and he'd be like, "Nothing to see here, everyone. You can go back about your business." And he'd maybe he'd try and use a minor illusion to make his voice echo and help her out, and then he'd turn to her like they're compatriots and be like, "So this is what, like, some turf war? What has it been violent the last couple days?"
Can you make a just a straight charisma check?
Straight charisma.
Yeah.
Problem is, my charisma is anything but straight.
Oh god.
Tell us when you select.
That was
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Hey!
Basically all the people clear out at that point. They don't even question the fact that you have no badge or anything.
Nice.
And
Can I talk to... Oh, go ahead.
Don't fuck this up for me, Holly
oh
Reese.
my god. The guard turns to you and she says, "Thanks. It's hard to get them all to leave when this kind of thing happens, but we got to keep them away from the scene to get."
And then you got a lovely lady in uniform, and, like, everyone will just. I hear you. I hear you. It's hard.
Oh, well,
right?
thank
a
you.
lot of attention.
I pull a muscle, rolling my eyes as hard as I am.
You take 1 damage.
Yeah.
I want Holly Reese to step up and be like, "So Wilhelm, Doing well? Doing good? Yeah?
I think you cut
Can
out.
you guys not hear me anymore?
No,
we hear you. Is this we miss
You gotta
like
slow
every
it down.
5th word or something?
Talk between the shorts.
I think what she's trying. Yeah, I think what she's doing. She's like
No.
coming up and
I was gonna.
doing the buzz.
Were you going to act like you were
Yeah.
Wilhelm's, like
I
you
was-
were?
Right there, bud.
Well, I was also
Having
gonna
fun?
ask. I was also gonna ask if I could do. I don't know what check I would need, but if I could talk to the city watch guard.
So before you do
Awesome.
that, just so you know, Wilhelm just crit on a charisma check to get some information. Do you want
that
to
was
fuck
actually
that up for him?
that was actually a crit to disperse the crowd.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, obviously that's going to help when trying to
Yeah.
persuade a guard to, like, talk to you that you just did her job. But, you know, either of you can, you know, talk to the
so
guard.
let's talk
So.
to her. So what's up? It's been violent the past couple days.
Oh, more than the past couple days. I mean, certainly more violent in the past couple days, but I don't know if I should be talking about this with civilians, you know. She looks over at her captain. She's like, well, he's not looking. So, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, Xanathar's guild and these Zentarum, they go back and forth. They just need to keep it off the streets.
They have any idea why it's picking up?
I don't have any idea. I mean, I'm sure the brass knows, but I don't.
Okay.
Is
But we
parts of town owned by different groups?
no, nothing in town is owned by any group. It's all owned by the Lords of Waterdeep. Now, if you go down in the sewers, I'm sure everybody has a different opinion of who owns what. But
Gotcha.
up here, nobody's bold enough to make claims that they own a section of town.
Well, all right. You need help cleaning up?
So, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yep.
The Xanathar's guild. What are they doing in? Where are we? The dock.
Yeah,
the
you're
way-
in. I mean, you're in the dock ward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are they doing in the dock? You know what? Nope. Never mind. I answered my own question. Just kidding. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
All right.
She looks she just looks back to Wilhelm and she says, "Well, thank you, but I also need you guys to move along too. My boss isn't going to be happy if I'm just
Oh, absolutely.
standing
absolutely.
over here talking
problem.
to people."
And I just like
Yeah.
grab hold of his shoulder and just pull him along.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not resisting. I was just curious.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm-
advantage, Venable.
What?
You get advantage now for grappling him.
Oh, good.
Now that he's not
Good.
resisting.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Drag him along. We'll keep going.
Yeah. So you guys continue deeper into the dock wards, going down, you know, the way of the dragon. You finally get to the skewered dragon. It's a really run down place. Like, also, do you guys have like any like? I assume you all have some cold weather gear. I mean, you live in like this area, and I don't mean like, you know, like Arctic expedition gear. I just mean like you have cloaks, you have some warmer clothes because it's autumn right now. Just so you know, so it's getting kind of cold and
Okay. Yeah.
and it's rained a few times recently, so like the streets are just like muddy.
So
You know,
lined oil cloaks. Got it.
yeah. I mean, you know, people just kind of pour their shit out in the street in their chamber pots, so it's a mess, especially down here in the dock wards where everything flows down towards the sea anyways, so.
Yeah, the noble houses send their servants to throw their shit out onto these streets in particular.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, where else would you put it?
Order.
So, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's the tall, densely packed tenements that leave most of the neighborhood in the shadow at the ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen. Yeah, I mean, you smell salt in the air, too, because you're so close to the ocean, but It's also tinged with, the smell of shit because you're down by... Because all the shit flows downhill towards the docks, so...
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Holly Reese is like, this is disgusting. Why would anyone live in...
Not everybody has a choice.
That is very true. So, the Skewered Dragon, it's... Like I said, it's pretty run down. Both the windows on the front are smashed. And there's a ship's anchor that's lodged in the roof. I guess that doubles as their sign.
Okay.
And through the window, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from tankards.
Okay.
They look less than savory, to say the least.
I think Wilhelm would kind of hang back with Holly Reese and...
So you guys want...
Okay.
So who wants to go in and who wants to go stay outside?
I'll go.
Oh, yeah, I'd assume we'd all go in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can stay out here with the shit.
I'm gonna be the last to go in, and I'm like death grip on whoever is by me.
Oh.
Oh my God.
That would be Will.
Oh. Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm just, yeah. If there's like that double door thing on like the saloon, I'm just gonna push it open and walk in.
Yeah.
Spurs and
Max,
all.
Yeah, you push the door. Like one of the hinges is kind of like not great. You can tell it's
because you weren't wearing Spurs 2 seconds ago.
Oh
Like,
my
where
God.
the-
You
did
can
you get
tell.
those?
You can tell that the door has been removed forcibly multiple times.
Okay.
It's a shoddy job how it's put back on. It makes a huge like creaking sound as you open it. Everybody inside like looks over to you. Most of them just go back to their drinks anyways. You see a lot of them look at like the lance you have or shoot, what is your weapon? It's a spear type thing. Has a more specific name.
Glaive.
A glaive, yes. They look at your
glaive just slung across my shoulder.
They give some of them give your glaive a weary look, like, not again. I don't want to have another fight here.
Yeah.
It's been a hard day on the docks.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I will take the glaive off my shoulder and just set it butt down on the floor, and I'll address the room. I'm looking for Floon. Anyone seen him?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh.
Or actually, I'm sorry. No, you're trying to intimidate because you're like you have a weapon drawn. Yeah, make an intimidation check.
Interesting. Okay, I still have a -1 for my intimidation despite all my shit. All right.
Not the most charming.
I'm not a
person.
scary guy apparently, but all right. Let's see what I can do.
Once again, playing yourself, Nate, not character.
Thanks.
Also take inspiration for this too because
Okay.
this seems like something your character
All
would
right.
do.
So that one's an 11, but I'll roll again.
I marked it on your character sheet, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go with the 11.
Oh, okay. So you used your inspiration right there.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna do it right there. Yeah.
Okay. So you see this guy stand up, and he's like, "I'm Floon," and he doesn't have red hair. He's not wearing like nice clothing at all. Like it's just a guy who's named Floon.
So Wilhelm slides up to Roland and he's like, "Good job. Congratulations."
The guy looks
You found him.
The guy looks at you, and he's like, "Is everything okay?"
Not the guy I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. And he just kind of like sits back down and looks really worried because a dude just came in with a glaive who's just like yelling his name.
Yeah. Blagmar.
and I think Holly Reese is just like,
Oh.
we're so sorry to bother. Just
I mean-
keep drinking your beer, okay, bye, have fun.
Oh, okay, no. I gotta nudge Holly Reese and cast some magic stuff, like blow something up.
Oh my god.
Let's not.
I just want to tell you something. You can't just blow shit up in the middle of town.
Yeah.
Do it.
Max, I have a
I'm gonna go
quick
ahead and flag them
question.
down real quick and be like, ease up on that.
Yes.
Okay.
What? So on this little map that you gave us,
Mhm.
do you know which street the skewered dragon is on?
Let me see here. I think it says,
Exactly.
but Net Street and Fillet Lane. It's between those two.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Cool.
Okay.
So Wilhelm's just kind of chuckling to himself, and he's gonna wait and see if anyone else wants to try and get some information.
Yeah, I'll tell other Floon to sit down. I'm like, no, Floon Blagmar.
I'm moving you guys all to the map because I just realized nobody else can see where we're currently at.
Yeah.
So it probably
we're
helped.
not in the Yawning Portal anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will correct my statement, amend my statement.
Does somebody want me to place their token on here so they can move around the party? I don't remember if we decided on like a party leader or anything like that.
We don't have a party leader yet. No dynamics have been established.
Would anybody...
For the most part, I feel like Wilhelm takes a lot of control just because he's
the mouthpiece.
Yeah,
He's
he's
the
got a
mouthpiece.
mouth and he's always talking.
So, is that like an official vote here for me to put Wilhelm's...
It is not an official vote.
Okay.
He will abuse that power.
Yeah. We're not going to let him. He's just naturally going to...
20% off the top.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that a convenience fee?
Roland right now.
So whose
I
token
Roland's
wants to be
our
on the map then?
I will do
I
it.
vote
Is
Roland.
there a
Okay.
reason somebody has to be the leader?
I just wanted to put one token on the map that somebody can move around to show where the party's at. And so, I don't want to have to put
Oh.
everybody on the map.
I'll go around on the map. I already have it up. I like the
Okay, well, I moved everybody's view to the map, I believe. Didn't I?
No, I still see
Yawning Portal.
I did not. I'm sorry. I have not
Yeah,
moved.
make Holly Rees the
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
de facto. She's the party wallet.
The map mover.
Yeah. Mover and the shaker.
Okay. So I
This
have...
is
I have
cool.
placed your token in the place you're currently at, roughly.
Okay.
In that block of buildings there is where
What
the
is
skewered dragon is.
token look like?
I'm sorry?
I'm trying to.
I'm trying to find the token, so what does it look
Oh,
like?
it's
I
Holly's,
see it.
Holly Reese's
Okay.
token, so
That's
it's,
her face. Okay.
yeah. So that's the current
Mine is
location
very
of the
small, so I
party.
have to get in tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to zoom quite a bit too to actually, like...
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. So that's where you guys are currently at, and where you have found a Floon.
Yeah. No, I
The
I told him to
Floon.
sit back down, and I amend my statement, and I say, no, I'm looking for Floon Blagmar.
And nobody is forthcoming with you. They kind of look at you. They're not giving you good looks. The other guy looks scared, of course, the one who stood up and you had him sit down. But a lot of the other people around here don't seem to appreciate the fact that you're just kind of coming in here and...
Asking questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holly looks
Yeah.
over
Don't give a
at
shit.
Holly's gonna look over at Roland and be like, "I can't be. Why don't you try asking nice? Why don't you
That
say
was
please?"
nice.
That was...
I'm gonna be hanging back. I'm kind of not part of the crew. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. You
Too
just...
cool to be
You,
seen with us.
trying to blend in around.
do you want to look like you came in as part of a different party? Is that what you're...
She's
like,
gonna
that
be
you're
like
just here on
all
your...
Yeah,
Assassin's
basically,
Creed,
I never want to look like I'm part of the party
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
because I'm trying to blend in, and if you're asking questions,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So,
Holly,
did you wanna
go
come in,
up
like-
to the
a few seconds later than the party or something like that? I mean, you would have heard all this commotion. There's no windows and like the doors like almost off its hinges, so you would have heard Venable or Roland walk in and announce to everybody who he's looking for.
and I'm gonna observe the whole.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Give
whole
me.
room. So like as they're asking questions, I'm observing like what's happening.
That's-
so I do I need to make
that's
another
great.
perception check to
Um,
see if I'm-
I'm gonna give you inspiration for this because I really like that you're just like, you know, you're going rogue on the party and that you're making sure that you're not staying with them to make it so you can make these kind of checks. Give me a I thought there was insight, but that must be a different edition.
What are you looking for? No, we have
No,
there's
I
an
have
insight check.
insight.
Is
There's
there?
insight.
Oh, I don't see it
Yeah.
on the character sheet. I see.
It's part of
Oh,
the
I see it.
breakdown.
Okay, never mind. Give me an insight check.
Which okay.
That's going to be on your charisma modifier.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, so it'll be a d20 plus 1.
okay. Okey-doke. 10.
Perfect.
11.
The
Not
bartender, when somebody said Floon, he kind of looked up, and then he went back to what he was doing, like he didn't want to be part of this. Like, he looked like he recognized the name.
But Alu was the only one that noticed that, right?
Yes, she was the only one who noticed that. And I marked inspiration on your character sheet for that.
Cool.
I guess Wilhelm thinks this is all very funny that Roland trying
Is
to
there
crack
a way for
heads.
us to
He'd go
mark
grab a drink and
on
watch.
our character sheet too, Matt? Oh, wait.
Yeah, there's this little, like, sun thing there that...
I got it. And
yeah.
so like, it just goes, it's basically on or off, right?
Yeah, and I ticked it on your character sheet. If I give anybody inspiration, I'll try to remember to mark it on your character sheet for you.
And it updates for us?
Yep.
Thanks to Wizards of the Coast's great online tools, D&D
Oh.
Beyond.
Yeah.
My
It's
God.
so convenient to use.
It is.
Oh my
it very
God,
much is.
Cameron. Come on, man. Can Holly
Is this
go
your
up
infomercial
to the,
break?
Yeah.
Can Holly go up to the bar and ask the bartender?
The bartender, I mean, as you walk up to the bar, the bartender, he spits on his cloth and he starts wiping the glass again that he was wiping. And he's like, "What can I get you?"
Can
Grab
I?
us 2 beers, and I produce my own glasses to use.
Do you really have glasses?
Oh,
He's
I was
got
gonna.
a horn.
I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got like an adventurous kit. Isn't there like a cup or there?
I guess there's like a tin cup in there, yeah, that you use, or I guess it wouldn't be tin. That's
He's
probably
rolling with
way
the
too
douchebag
expensive,
starter
but-
kit.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
douchebag.
I have something to drink out of that wasn't just.
That wasn't spit on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you have
Am
you have
I
like a
with
little
you?
iron-like cup, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
that
you said
can-
you were going up to the bartender.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna ask for a drink. I was
I am
gonna
asking
ask
for a
him-
drink.
I know, and I was gonna ask him a question.
You can do that while I get a drink.
So
I
So
feel
Wilhelm's getting his drink. We
I
know
feel like
that.
Wilhelm's more the kind of guys, just give me the bottle.
do you what are you gonna ask him for, Cameron? Are you getting like a beer or like a?
I just want a beer to. We walked in. It's polite to order. Like Roland's already making an ass out of himself. I'm gonna hang back and.
Okay, yeah. He pulls a bottle from below the counter and he goes to pour it into a glass, and you push your cup forward already, and he's like, "Oh, okay," and just pours it in that, and he's like, "There's one to go."
Toss him a copper.
Yeah. He takes it, he bites it, and then he throws it into a till, like just a box he has under the counter. Yeah.
That's
And
all I was doing. So Holly Reese, you can chat him up.
he goes
Okay,
back to
great.
spit shining his glasses for the patrons.
Okay, so I just want to. I'm going up to him and I'm like, "Excuse me, Mr. Bartender. You're doing such a good job cleaning your glasses. I applaud you for that.
What's a pretty
being
thing
a
like
good
you doing in
bartender.
here? Don't-
Don't
get-
so kind.
Don't
Thank
get
you
much
for- you're
upclass
so
citizens
sweet.
around here. Not in the dock wards.
Um,
Certainly not in
and-
here.
I like trying things, going on little adventures. I wanted to apologize for our friend being so rude earlier, but I was wondering if you would be so kind as to please tell me if you recognize the name Floon, and then she whispers to Wilhelm, "What was his last name?"
I guess I'd say to the bartender, we're looking for a friend of ours, Floon
Blagmar.
Blagmar.
Flagmar. Yes, Floon Lagmar. Have
Yeah.
you seen him?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. It's D20. What's my persuasion?
You have a really good persuasion.
4.
Yeah. Did everybody just like try to be the face of the party?
I got a 9.
Except Roland.
I did it in my own special.
You got a 9? He's like,
I got 9.
he looks at you and he's like, never heard of him.
Okay.
I was like, okay, well, thank you. I just thought I would ask.
No problem.
So I feel like at this point, like I'm observing all this stuff. I clearly noticed that when we asked him.
Oh yeah, you noticed he had like a tick again when she said that name. Like,
yeah.
Like
So
he's having a hard time hiding it.
Yeah, I'm gonna slink and slither through this bar, like kind of shoulder my way in between who Wilhelm's got himself next to, whisper in his ear, and then slither away again. So like I'm just basically
To the
gonna
bartender or
whisper
to
in his
Wilhelm?
ear, he knows more than he's saying, and then like
Oh,
just
okay.
back into the shadows.
So you wanna give me a sleight of hands for this. Because you're trying to... I don't think it's stealth because you're not, like, trying to be completely hidden. You're trying to do something covertly in plain sight, so...
Dex.
So I use my dex,
Yeah,
Sleight
there'll
of
be a
hand,
+2.
It's another skill, yeah.
and it's a d20.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, all the checks are D20.
I just always ask because I feel like I'm a dummy. 21.
Oh.
That's good.
No problem.
21's pretty damn good.
Nobody notices. Like, you go up to the counter, you, like, bump into him, kind of look like you're, you know, a little drunk kind of thing. And you say it to him and kind of mask it as if you're, like, mumbling to yourself. And nobody notices.
So now
Okay.
Wilhelm knows that the bartender is full of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. She called his bluff.
So I lean forward, I finish my beer, and I ask for another. This time I put a silver coin down on the table,
Now we're talking.
and I say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name before.
And he says, well, I didn't catch yours either, friend.
Oh, my apologies. I'm Wilhelm. How are you doing?
I'm doing a lot better now. He puts his hand on the silver coin. You let it go, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, he takes it and he throws it in the till immediately.
Does he...
And he's like, what can I do you for?
And I say, I'll take another of the same. And then I'd say, it's funny. We're looking for our friend, Floon. I just wanted to check to see, like, he was last seen here. Maybe you don't know him personally.
He,
it sounds like
he
but
kinda,
he's got
like-
red hair.
He starts rubbing his chin and he's like, Floon. Oh, yeah,
Not that Floon.
my memory's
And
coming back to
point
me.
over to that Floon, and
Yeah.
I like give him a little wave.
That
I'm like,
Floon
"Hey, Floon."
flinches. That Floon
And I'm like-
flinches is like, oh, like, not again. He looks over at Roland like, do I need to go? Like, is this...
I just shout to that Floon, don't worry, you're just hype.
That Floon, he gets up and goes. He's had enough of this. He takes his drink with him and he's like, I'm done. This is not a relaxing night for me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I say, Floon's a buddy of ours. We haven't seen him for the last couple of days, and it was seen here. We just want to get back in touch with him, make sure he's okay, anything you can do. He was last seen with another friend of ours. Do you know Volo? He was hanging out here.
He was like, my memory's coming back to me, but it's still a little fuzzy. I don't know. Is there anything else you
it's
could...
a good thing Wilhelm took those extra 2 pieces of...
Right.
You're gonna fucking need
Do your
him.
thing, Wilhelm.
Yeah.
And
He
I-
whispers over to him, give him a gold piece.
And I say, the lady here would also like a drink, and Holly Reese can pay a gold piece for that drink.
You're a great
Such an
cheat.
asshole.
He sure is.
God, he's an
She's
ass.
rich! I got mouth to feed.
You got mouth. to feed.
Mouth.
That's
One.
great. That is fantastic.
Uh-huh. Beautiful.
So, who's bribing the barkeep?
I'll put down a piece of gold for him for the barkeep.
The barkeep's eyes like go wide because that's an insane amount of money, and I assume you've released that because he snatches that up.
You'd want to slit a hand back because you don't want other people in this bar to know you're walking around.
Yeah, and I also feel like she wouldn't let it go immediately. She'd slide it so he could see it, but she'd hold it until she gets the information.
I feel like your character would do that. I definitely know. Actually, I know your character would do that, but
Holly may not play that way.
Holly seems like she's not accustomed to these kind of things. Are you?
If she wants to answer. No. He's more like...
So she slides it across, and Wilhelm slaps his hand on top of it because he realizes.
I was actually going to ask. Do you want to, Alu? Do you want to try to? I mean, you see this going on. Do you want to try to basically be in front of this so that other people in the establishment don't see that there's gold being whole gold pieces being pushed over the counter?
Who? Me?
No, Alu.
Oh, Alu.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I was like...
I'm prompting you for this because as a rogue, you would know that you're not supposed to just, flash your money in the middle of a shady part of town.
Yeah, that's sort of what... Okay, so yeah, that's a good point, because I was thinking that exactly. But
so,
as a
if you want to basically take a sleight of hands in her stead to, try to cover for her, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what my character would do.
Cool. Yeah, just give me a sleight... Yeah, just give me a sleight of hands check.
It's the same thing you just rolled, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, I just want to type it in correctly.
Your dice widget up there does a re.
I am not good.
That's good enough for what's going on here. You don't think anybody's noticed because all you had to do was basically you're looking like you're somebody who's at the bar, except you're just intervening between the most people you can.
Right. So I feel like at that point I would have she would probably have started to put it down on the counter, and I would have quickly but subtly, and not I'm not doing slap. I'm more grabbing her hand and putting her hand with the coin back into her pocket and pulling out something more appropriate, another silver, a copper or something.
You see the bartender's eyes go kind of oh, but he takes that and he's that's fair enough. I'm not a crook, even if I do work in this part of town.
We appreciate it.
And he puts it in the till and he's yeah, I saw Floon in here the other night. He was here with Volo, and they were having some drinks, and then Volo left, and Floon stuck around here. And another guy showed up who looked a lot like him. They both sat around and talked for a while. Very generous with the coin. I love when they come around. And then they, after they had quite a few drinks, they left into the night.
So I feel like we'd also ask if he knows the name of the other person who joined him.
Let me look.
This other guy that...
Floon has a doppelganger?
Yeah, he said that he likes it when they come in because they are,
Well, and he also said that they looked very similar.
Yeah, so Floon's got a look-alike here.
Or a brother or something.
Brother or twin or something.
Okay.
And he's oh yeah, I mean I know who the other one is. Everybody in the city would know who he was. It was Rainer Neverember. Reiner Neverwinter. And he was he basically is I mean everybody knows that he's the son of the last open lord of Waterdeep.
Wow.
Reiner Neverember?
Yeah. Neverember, not Neverwinter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neverember.
Might be a bastard?
No. Not he's not a bastard. He's the legitimate son of Neverember.
No, she's asking Floon. Like,
Oh, Floon. I don't know about that.
brothers.
I mean,
masters.
Floon, as far as I know, isn't related to the Never Embers, but I mean, you
Did
know how
Floon
that is
look
with all
happy
that
when he
political
left?
intrigue. Oh yeah, they were having a great time. They always do when they come down here.
and do you know what Floon does for a living?
He's just I mean, as far as as a DM, as far as I can tell, like he just has money, like
Okay.
old money type thing. Not
Gotcha.
so. I mean, the bartender is just like I don't ask what my patrons do for a living.
Fair enough, and we thank you.
He's like, pleasure doing business with you.
Same.
And Holly's like, you too, sir. Take care.
He looks back at you and he's like, well, if you ever need any more information, stop back down.
Okay. While all this is happening, Roland is still trying to work the crowd, so he just keeps like clapping people on the shoulders, like,
Just
"Come on,
keeps
man!"
putting his glaive up and down.
Yeah.
Oh my
exactly.
God.
Like
It's
just
some
completely
weird
oblivious. Like,
combination that will work on the crowd.
yeah.
How about over here?
Somebody finally like looks over to you and he's like, just stop. Just none of us know this Floon guy.
Yeah.
Like
At
just
Will
go.
would kind of grab Roland, like not push him, but like kind of like, sorry, our buddy's
Look,
drunk and horny.
He's
you
like,
know,
look, my ship just
for
got
Flynn."
in. I've been out at sea for a month. I don't want to deal with this bullshit.
You're right.
Just
Our apologies. We'll get out of your hair.
I think they're gonna tell me something here in a second. I think I had him on the ropes.
And I say, Roland, Holly, Reason, Elude just got everything you want to know. Let us please leave.
Fine.
the other guy looks at you and at Wilhelm and he's just like, thank you, for God's sake, just get him out of here.
We'll do.
I've already slipped out of this establishment and I'm lurking in a dark corner on the street waiting for everybody else to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to leave the bar without Holly Reese leaving first because I'm now terrified she's gonna just start handing out money. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a round. Just another round for everybody.
When I like basically put the coin back in her pocket, when I did that and got that bit of information, I whispered in her not to be a stupid prissy princess and to keep her money in her pocket. She's not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite that, but something of the effect of be smarter.
Yeah.
Would you guys want to take a break real quick?